Welcome to the podcast, everyone. I'm Matthew Mayo's brother, Brett Mayo.
And I'm Brandon Mayo, his other brother.
And I'm just Matthew.
Oh, look at the one and only.
And last night, we watched two movies. Dude, Bro Party Massacre III and Deadstream.
Deadstream.
Normal broadcasting will be discontinued for an indefinite period.
Thanks for warning.
They walk among us.
Now they're watching us too, huh?
I saw someone.
I'll make it easy for you.
A remarkable first attempt.
That's what this film is all about.
70 listeners out there.
Same ones.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're good people.
Let's hope no one knows
I am.
that. I forgot. So what we do
great.
with these special double edition podcasts is,
Double features.
yeah, we watched two scary movies lately. I actually like the scary movie like genre. I think that's almost perfect for us. And then we talk about both of them. They have an hour time limit on each one of them, one at a time. The first one we're going to talk about is Dude, Bro Party Massacre 3, but
Third.
the third. Is that
No, it's three.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, we give ourselves an hour each movie to talk about, and it becomes, it turns into a beautiful podcast.
Sometimes we can get done a little earlier. Which I think will happen with this one because it's almost like non sequiturs where it's just, here's a
A
joke.
lot.
And there's some callbacks. Yeah, I mean, plot is thin at best.
All
So-
over the place. Like,
Yeah. It's to the
Much
point
like
that
the
we're talking
title
about-
of the movie, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Matt?
I was about to say, like, this film just, like, felt too many chefs. I guess there's
Too many cooks. Too
too many cooks. There are
cooks.
just 100 plot lines going on, which it doesn't take itself serious,
Yeah,
as
but
the title implies. Like,
there's
Yeah,
almost too many.
it would be
plot lines,
amazing,
right?
though, if this movie had that title and was like a super serious, like, artsy horror film. I'm just putting that out there.
then that's
I think
a totally
either way
different
would
movie.
have been. I know. I'm just saying, like, that title though could be amazing either way. So
I've watched this a few times now, and I don't remember a lot of the plot lines. I just kind of like zero in on some of the jokes and the running gags, and that's about it for me. After that, the rest is just padding.
Yeah.
Tin Bear.
So, would you say that this is more of a like our genre for this one, besides the obvious horror genre, is comedy?
satire.
Yeah, satire, comedy. Yeah,
Yeah, the running
So-
one on this week is both comedies, right?
yeah. Very, very,
Both satires,
very
yeah.
different style, though.
Different approaches.
Yeah. It won't be a secret. I did like the second one, Deadstream, quite a bit more.
Deadstream's
a movie-
amazing.
That's a movie I'm gonna be adding to my watch every year.
I do. It's on
Kind of
my
movie.
list, and I love it.
I just thought the lead
On my
character
list.
is one of the most unlikable and likable characters of all time.
Oh,
The
yeah.
best example of a YouTube personality,
Yes.
like dead on. Oh my god, Dukin, I'm sorry.
I'm back. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about him because God, he sucked.
But he was also awesome. You know what I mean?
He
Like,
was trying, but my god,
But God, he sucked.
yeah.
yes, he did. He did.
Yeah, he's good. He would have fit in this movie. He would have fit in Dude, Bro Party Massacre. I'm gonna
He
put that
could
out
have,
there.
like, they could have ran into him.
Honestly, with Dude Bro Party Massacre, they would have tried to add him on if he had let him. God knows they added on enough like little storylines.
Yeah, we got time for a YouTuber. Get on
Yeah.
in, bud.
I mean,
I think
normally,
Go
nah,
ahead.
I was just gonna say normally we go on these big long diatribes before a movie talking about random shit, but I don't know if we have that in us. I think this movie's one big long random fucking diatribe, so we need to just start it.
Yeah, I will say that most of it, I was thinking about it with the plot lines, it is filler in a way because they're like, we've pretty much got a sketch comedy show here we're doing based on horror slashers from the 80s, campy ones. Let's add some kind of fucking through lines for each one of these to make the sketch tie together. It's like VHS, but instead of going in and robbing a guy and putting his movies on there, just weaving
Hang it out.
a bunch of random movies they would find together.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
But we want to start on the cast real quick.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and start our timer so that
I don't
everyone
think we
knows
need it.
we do need it. Timer has been started.
Dang it.
I have like one job on this podcast and it's timer starter.
You're
Hey,
the
I'm running
intro
the
man
backup
too.
timer.
I am, and I'm kind of the play-by-play guy, but I'm as good at that as Tom Brady is as doing a color commentary.
It's okay.
Oh,
at it.
is he doing that
Exactly. That's my
Okay.
point.
All right.
And you know what's weird? Everybody always hyped Tony Romo up when he first started, saying he did a great job of like giving breakdowns before the play was even snapped. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I figured Brady would be the same, but I mean, I don't care or pay attention.
Nah, Brady's problem is he's like not allowed to say anything because he owns the team now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
a
owns part
partial
of the
owner of the
Raiders.
Raiders.
well,
Well, it's like 1 or
Then
2% or something.
do
I don't know,
something
but-
else.
Yeah, well, I mean, why would you when Fox is paying you $375 million to be an announcer?
Really?
Yep.
It makes
They
no
make
sense.
killer money.
Who tunes into a football game for the announcer?
Here's the thing: those are all, even him. It's the personality. When my favorite game that we Kentucky basketball had called in a while were the new Madison Square Garden game with those two
Yeah.
random. I don't know who they are, but they were just like almost dry but very analytical, and it was the best analyst I've seen
It
on
was.
a live broadcast in a long time.
Greg Olson is a lot like that, honestly.
I like Greg
for
Olson.
the NFL. He's pretty damn good.
That's
But-
what I'd go for. But
Like I said, mediocre at the play-by-play.
I was going to say
well,
competent.
he's making enough money; it doesn't matter, right?
No, I'm talking about myself now.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're making no money on this, so
I use the word competent to make you feel better.
competent. Yeah,
Adept.
God,
competent actually feels more hurtful.
yeah.
Doesn't
You know what I
it? Even
meep?
though it's
It's just
'Cause
like
it-
one
there's
quick
like a-
step from
hurtful.
incompetent.
There's
But
a line
yeah.
in a song and goes, what the fuck? Oh, I can't remember it now. But yeah, competent just feels like you're barely scratching by. Like
That
he didn't
feels
shit his
pretty
pants.
good.
He's
Should've
competent. But they don't know if you did.
So you want to
Dude,
go
Bro
through
Party
the
Massacre
cast?
3 cast.
Yeah.
Bro.
We got Alec Owen as Brock and Brent.
Wait, that was the same person?
Weird.
No, you can understand my confusion.
How did they get two of them on the same screen at once? That cheap ass budget they
Get it.
used.
I mean, here's the thing. It still looked better than the, what's that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie in the 90s where they did it? There's a scene in there when it keeps...
Time Cop?
No, I'll find it in... Oh, Double Impact, I think. There
my
is
God.
a few scenes in there, one specifically, where they're doing the split projection or whatever, and he looks like a fucking ghost. You can see through him. And I'm like, this is the 90s, man. They had this
Yeah.
figured out in like Freaky Friday or some shit.
They really did. I remember watching a TGIF show and they had it, and I was like, how is this possible?
Watch that movie if you get the chance, A, because of the ghost like Jean-Claude Van Damme talking to himself, and the other one where he does like gets drunk and fights the wall or some shit, and it's a weird movie.
He never fails to deliver. He's one of the greats.
Love
Kick the
him.
shit out of the wall.
I love him.
I bet he can't even kick that hard.
Oh, Okay, let's calm down now.
Yeah, he
Like,
was an actual
If
trained
he
fighter.
fought Steven Seagal, who would win?
Van Damme.
Bullshit.
Seagal is gonna have a heart attack. You all know.
Doesn't
I think we've
matter.
talked about it on here before when Seagal like hyped himself up and he was like, "You can't choke me out to Greg something." He's like a world class jiu-jitsu guy. The guy choked him out till he shit his pants. So fuck Steven Seagal.
Doesn't change my thought. He would beat up JCVD easily.
Steven Seagal looks like Jabba the Hutt now. Okay,
That just means more mass to be moved.
Yeah.
That needs to
you
get-
got a shield.
For the
Actual
record.
all right.
shield.
Here's the rules.
I hate
He's got to
Steven
stand off the
Seagal.
couch and walk over to Van Damme.
I mean,
Oh, sit, just stay right there for a second.
Come here. You
Yeah,
come
give
to
me a
me.
second.
You come to me.
hold on. Well, before I get over there, you talk about moving to Russia.
And Van Damme, can you start that forklift up? No reason.
Yeah, didn't Seagal like run away from the United States for
Yeah,
some
Yeah,
he's
reason?
in
I'm pretty sure he
Russia.
lives in Russia. Yeah.
Is it because he's no longer welcome here for some sex crimes he committed or something like that?
I think he had some.
Oh,
I don't,
yeah.
I think they were looking at the
Wait,
stuff. He
wasn't
had a
he
woman
locking people
chained
in his
up in his basement. Yep.
That's where the McDonald's joke
Yep,
about me
yep,
chaining
yep.
people up came from.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God.
I forgot. Damn you, Steven
And
Seagal.
him and Putin both love their taekwondo or jujitsu or whatever, and they try to act cool. Have you all ever heard Steven Seagal's rap song he put out?
No.
Oh,
not.
he's doing
I'm
a
regretting being on this
fucking Jamaican
podcast.
accent through it.
Yes.
It's
That's the
like
best
a-
accent.
He's rapping in a Jamaican accent. Steven Seagal. Mr.
Damn.
Slickback himself.
Nice.
I love
Speaking
it.
of rapping, let's
Okay,
wrap up
let's
that
wrap
cast.
this. Ben
Fine.
Jiggly? Wait. Samsey,
These are
who's
names.
maybe my favorite. Greg Sestero as Derek. Olivia Taylor-Dudley as Motherface. Patton Oswalt as
Motherface.
Chief. And the rest it doesn't fucking. Oh, Paul
Did you say
Prado as Turbo.
Samsley? Did you say Samsey was your favorite?
He's sometimes my favorite.
I think he's my number
Oh,
2 favorite.
no, actually,
Turbo's
no.
my
Samsey.
number 1.
I was wrong on the guy. Shit, I don't even remember. Is it C-Trunk? It's the guy who's like, you took all the beer. What? No.
They shotgunned it. But that guy is like irrelevant. All movie, that guy's irrelevant.
Like when they take
my
away the Greek week or whatever, it's like he like burst out scream. That means Easter. He's great.
No, that is.
Todd's my favorite.
Is that
I fucking hate Todd.
That's why he's my favorite.
I hate that. I really like Samantha. I hate Todd.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's-
They both suck.
they're together, man? They're one of the same.
get out of here. Jesus.
God, you can't be.
girls allowed. Just me and my bros this weekend.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the guy. I wanted to be sure. It is Spike. Is my maybe my favorite. I don't know.
Oh,
They
Spike
all
the
have
drink?
their parts. Oh, and Larry King in the beginning as Coach Hansy.
Yeah.
Great name.
When it popped up, I'm like, did they get a Larry King impersonator?
A lookalike?
No, that's Larry King. Okay. Andrew WK's in it too as Ripstick.
Yeah.
And there's a guy
These
from
are
Waiting
names.
in it. It's the like secondary main dude in it, John Francis Daly. Yeah.
Ah. I don't know. No one in this cast really stood out, and I can tell you that I don't think any of the actors in this movie
Oh,
are going to
Patton
go on
Oswalt.
to do great
I already
things.
said him.
Did you?
Yeah.
My God, I miss it talking about Larry
I
King.
don't love Patton Oswalt. Like, there's times when he's okay.
I
and then
actually
other
don't either.
times-
Yeah, but
He's
I
so
recognized him.
I
So.
jumped on the train for him when he joined Mystery Science Theater, but the more I watched him, I was like, he's not adding anything to
Okay,
this
but I
show.
don't know if that was his fault in Mystery Science Theater or is that they spent too much time on those scenes, I think was my issue.
But
The Netflix
TV's
one?
Frank used to be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
TV's Frank was special.
I just think Patton Oswalt, he's got this personality where he acts like he's above it, but he's definitely about like, look at me kind
No,
of
that
thing.
man
me,
will
look at me.
literally be in any movie that is offered to him.
Well, he was in
Exhibit
Bro
A.
Party Massacre 3.
Yeah.
We've got him.
The fuck is he doing in this piece of not piece of shit, but you know what
There's
I mean.
a comedy troupe, and I'm sure they might have some connections. They had to.
How
Comedy
much did
stuff.
this cost to make? What was the budget?
I don't
God,
know.
I'm. It has to be less than $1 million.
Oh.
Or well, I'll say $1 million.
I will
right?
say the camera work is so bad in this. I turned it on and Brittany was watching with me and she's like, is this how it's gonna look the whole movie? And I was like, yeah, I think they're going for that. And she's like, yeah, I'm not watching this. And then she said,
400,000.
let me guess, Brandon recommended this movie. And I was like, yeah. She's like, I love your brother, but I don't love his movies.
I
And I'm
think
like,
he might be retarded.
Flame retarded. Sorry, that's probably one of my favorite lines in the movie.
Yep. Nice.
It's so bad.
So, do we want to get into scene by scene on this movie? Or can
No,
we
we're
just
not
talk about
doing
the premise
scene
of it?
by
Let's
scene.
just talk about the premise of this
All right.
movie,
The
right?
movie doesn't even do scene
No,
by
yeah,
scene.
exactly.
It does like what is
Concept
it?
by
Stick by
concept.
stick.
Yeah, stick by Kenny
almost-
Rogers' Jackass by Kenny Rogers' Jackass.
Sketch by sketch.
This is Dude Bro Party Massacre III. And I'm about to stick a knife through this fetus.
This is the bat fetcher with my teeth
I'm gonna
trick.
dance with this mannequin.
I'm gonna make this man cut his throat while he's throwing up so milk pours
Killed
out
a
of
whole
it.
town. We're gonna resurrect him today.
Fuck.
Yeah, so let me start out. What we kind of hype or jump right into is we've got Brock, and he is in, and this is how we jump into knowing it's the third. He's got he's at his school psychiatrist, I think they said, and he's discussing what happened pretty much in movies 1 and 2, if they existed, and they all sound awesome.
Let me add on to that. Which it makes it seem pretty obvious that they never existed, but they're just trying to say, hey, this is how we got to the random number 3, making a satire of horror movies and they always get first, second, third. It's all some kind of bullshit,
this shit
right?
keeps following characters in those movies.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really obvious that like those movies never happen. If you Google this movie, a lot of the responses on Reddit are like, I can't find 1 and 2. Does anyone know where they are?
That's like
I
the
just
myth
play
about people thinking
retarded.
Blair Witch was real.
About what?
People thinking the Blair Witch Project was real. Wasn't that like a big myth or something in the 90s?
Yeah.
That was one of those hype
And
things.
what
they
was that
did.
other? What's that terrible movie? Cannibal Holocaust did
Oh
that
my
too.
god!
That movie sucked.
Isn't that like the first found footage movie?
It's up there.
Is it?
Yeah.
It might be. It
But,
sucked. So
God,
there's that.
they cooked
sucked.
that turtle though, so that shit's weird.
Oh.
Really killed that pig.
And people really thought they ate people on it, but that whole movie
You know
just
what
leaves a bad
movie-
taste.
People thought really happened, and it kind of did because it's fucking disgusting, is a movie called Pink Flamingo.
I knew you were gonna say that. I felt it in my bones.
You
I
talked
can,
about
You can feel
killing
the
a
pink flamingo coming.
my flamingo sense was tingling.
Yeah. If you watch
Someone's eating
it,
shit.
it will
Why
haunt
is it
you
in my
the
ass?
rest
Get
of
out.
your life.
Because
There's not a week that goes by that I don't think about that movie.
I
And not
do
a
this
good
thing
way.
where I gag in my throat.
dog.
I go, oh,
Yeah.
oh god, she ate that dog shit. Oh god.
If I ever...
It's the way
That's
in
not
which
even
she
the worst...
Oh, it's the way in which she does it, man.
Oh,
She
God.
is opening her mouth and looking dead at the camera and chewing, and John Waters is like, "Fuck you, America." So there's something amazing about that, but oh my god,
I've not thought about that movie in a long time.
like I
Put
said,
that
I
out
think
there.
about it about once a week. and
randomly
wake
it'll
and
pop
realize-
up,
sweat.
and somebody's like, "I watched a
Stress.
disgusting movie." I'm like, "No, you didn't.
No, you did. You don't know
fucking
what
You want to lie to
watched, but
yourself?
it's
Go
not-
ahead and do that." But I'll tell you about the real world, baby.
You
Yeah,
live
I
get
feel
ready
like-
for
ignorance.
cold hard facts.
I feel like I know something on the black market because I've seen that movie.
Yeah, it's like
wanna
you
see
watch
something?
somebody a snuff film.
Yeah.
Except instead they killed shit in their mouth and fucked a chicken and a lady.
Yep. And we got to see a butthole dance. Never
I'm
forget
alright
that.
with that.
Lie.
It looks like you haven't been practicing.
No. You are right.
And also, a man running out in a trench coat with a sausage tied to his dick. I forgot about it.
Oh my
I
god.
don't-
Anyways, let's move past it before I have nightmares.
Okay, so we
I can
jump
think
in
of.
here. There's a scene where they all get electrocuted, and I can't remember his name, but he's alive, but he makes the mistake of wanting to touch that lady's boob, and he gets fried for it. Man, it's just one of those choices you make in life.
Can't come back from it.
So
Commit.
neither.
Oh man, it doesn't matter. He died. You know, like I can barely remember the people who are in this 90% of the film.
So a lot of the problem with describing this movie is it's like when you
a
describe a
joke.
joke, yeah, it's impossible to translate it to this was funny. Which, by the way, a lot of these scenes are funny, but they're like a collection of random scenes.
Vignettes.
It just,
Yeah.
it's,
Just
it was, this whole film was funny, but like I just got tired of it. Was kind of my
yeah.
thing.
Why did they
like
make
30,
it
40
last
minutes
like
in?
almost 2 hours?
Yeah.
I do not know. I will say I think it's padded a little too much. I am one.
About 30 minutes.
I
too long.
love this thing. I've watched it probably 5 times in like half a year. Just because it is one you can leave running and you will catch it for
Yeah.
a second and be like, fucking crazy joke.
It reminds me of Return of the Killer Tomatoes 2? Is that what it's called? Or is it just Return of the Killer Tomatoes?
Return
With
of the
George Clooney?
Attack of
Attack of the Killer Tomato.
Is it Attack?
But then Return, I think he's right.
Return is the second one. Yes.
Yes, Return's the one
I
I'm
haven't
thinking
thought
of.
about that movie in like 25 years. So
haven't
It's
thank
kind
you.
of that same like satire concept and joke scene after joke. It's a lot more coherent plot.
I
than
didn't know
this
that movie was a satire. Like I said, it's been a long time
yeah.
since I've seen it.
It's just,
Yeah, it's a
this
movie
one
where,
is,
like product placement.
this
and
is
he's,
like they're
going through it
doing,
all.
it's like somebody said, this Halloween, we're going to do a whole sketch show based on
Parody is a better word.
yeah. Well, yeah, and this say sketch show doing parodies on horror films. Campy horror films is what they're doing. And just random shit in the middle.
Yeah.
But
I,
to the story, there's 2 years, Murderface comes
What
back,
story
that's the
there
killer.
is?
Murderface kills in the beginning, they kill her again.
Her daughter comes back, takes up the
Motherface.
mask,
And then
kills them a second time.
And then
then
Brock
they
is in
kill
the his therapy session talking about this and his fears, blah blah, and then the therapist kills him.
But not before finding out Brock has a twin that goes to a different school.
Yeah.
And
Prince.
she writes that down.
I love that she has to write that down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, this isn't like an all-consuming thing for her.
But-
She's like, shit, I might forget that between
Yeah,
everything else I have
twins.
today.
She says later in it though that he's brought him
Twin
up
on
multiple
Mortal
times.
Nemesis. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well, maybe she did forget.
And
that's
that's
why
where
she
none
wrote
of
it
this
down.
fucking matters. The
That's
story
the
is
whole point.
even the end of it when he's like, I know who you are. Ronald Reagan.
Can we talk about that? I don't remember what the great reveal is.
There
who
is-
she is.
You idiot, I'm Murderface. Is what she
Okay.
says.
Okay. Okay,
Is it
well then I'm on
Murderface
board
or
with that.
Motherface? I kept thinking of-
Motherface.
Motherface,
It's
yes,
Motherface.
excuse me.
Yeah,
I was
Murderface
doing,
is a bass player at Desk Clock.
Yeah, but she cuts Brock's neck, pretty much his head off, and we hop right into Dude, Bro Party Massacre III. And
Yeah,
that's-
I will say this movie, just so people understand, it's really gory in the way that the deaths there's a lot of blood, but nothing looks real.
Oh, no.
So it won't disgust you, except a couple scenes like when she slices a guy's throat as he's throwing up and like milk comes out of it. It's kind of gross looking, but none of it is disgustingly gory because it doesn't look real enough to be. But there are a lot of quote unquote gruesome deaths. Like someone's face gets shredded with a blender and then she pulps their face and makes juice from it, kind of thing. And I don't know.
It's over
Just
the top,
stuff like that.
for sure.
Yeah,
But it's done for laughs. So,
clearly, yeah. You're not gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, this movie's so gory. No,
and
it's
I know we don't like rate these horror films on a scare factor, but this one would be a 0. Like,
No,
Yeah,
this
there's
one would be
no
like
oh, you're
this
fucking
would be a
weird.
negative something.
yeah, they foreshadow what's going to happen before it happens. There's no jump scare.
Speaking of foreshadow, I will say there were moments in Deadstream that it got up to like a 5 or 6 as far as like scary.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the whole time it seems laid back fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like some good jump scares. Anyways, back to Dude
Bro.
Bro Party Massacre 3.
Sorry.
And we cut from, there to Brent being on campus now with his skateboard, and the people
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Hey, it's Brock, back from the dead."
You
and they're
clearly worked on your voice because that sounds like someone in the movie, almost dead on.
I'm just
I
throwing
think
it.
that's just dude bro voice, man.
Yeah, man, you just do a voice where you're like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?"
God, man.
It's almost like a kung fu voice,
Oh, yeah, I get you.
Where you're like a bro
Box
that's
kata.
learning. Yeah.
No, you got the
Wow.
beer.
God, throw me another beer, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I want to try,
also-
but I'm afraid.
No, we'll
see
get you along.
a hooker getting arrested by Officer, what is it, Sminkle?
Be cool, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
What's
never
the
got
fucking
to.
point of this guy?
Oh God,
Everything.
his is kind of the most annoying one. Besides one little part in there I love
He
because he won't stop trying to bang mines.
Like that.
his
bang
dream
bus.
sequence was great.
It's
to
down
me,
that
though.
hot.
His dream sequence later in this film is a straight up Tim Robinson sketch. When he's
Yeah.
like, "I'm a cop. My dad beat me, and that's why I sleep with my eyes open." Like, it's just like- so that sketch landed.
Which there are some good parts from him, man. So we go from there, and Brent. Oh, what is the guy's name?
Nerdy, Iron Arms Nerdy or
Nedry.
something.
Nedry.
It's Nedry.
It's not nerdy. It's
Yeah,
Nedry,
but it was
right.
close.
Right.
Nedry, who is in a wheelchair and who won't swear, and whose parents were eaten by wolves.
Once eaten by wolves is
once
how he
eaten
said
by
it,
wolves,
which is
yes.
so cute.
Once. Only the one time, though.
I've forgiven the wolves for eating my family.
That's why I'm going to be a zoologist.
Oh no, I meant
He's
when he's
so
out in the
good.
woods and goes, "I've forgiven them,
Oh.
and now I'm their master."
That's right. I love that he's giving his whole backstory in the background of this
Like
opening
that.
scene. It was brilliant.
Someone's got to be listening to him.
It's not too
Anyways,
far
the
off
wolf
from
took my
some of
legs.
the lower tier campy '80s film though, when they'll do shit like that.
Yeah, we do get a lot of exposition in a lot of the movies we watch. What was the most recent one where we talked about exposition? The Void.
I mean,
the
D&D
Doctor.
works.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Blue Lips.
Oh, Blue Lips.
You thought you knew the plot? Well, I'm going to tell it for you. It's cool, man. It's
Actually,
cool.
that sounds
wrong.
wrong to what we just watched,
Yeah.
Blue Lip.
Wait,
Blue Lips, I was
I'm not
here.
done. Let me re-explain that one.
What happens to your plot? I don't know, man.
Don't worry about it.
And then Brent meets Greg Sestero from The Room.
The Room.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi.
Cut out. He's got a no sleeve shirt on. He's rocking it.
He looks awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, I
this
mean-
is the kind of movie that guy belongs in, right?
Yes.
He had the
nothing
dreams of
more.
making it as an actor. He's not a good actor.
I will say we are intercut here with commercials at times because they're playing this almost like a
I knew you were gonna bring that up. And I know there's. You remember the
WNUF
goblin,
Halloween
The Cheddar
special.
Goblin.
the cheddar goblin?
Oh, yeah,
There's like
I've
a
got-
version of the cheddar goblin in
The
this.
dragon. The pizza dragon.
You know, I bought a Cheddar Goblin shirt.
I'm not surprised.
It's one of my
That's
most
pretty sick.
prized shirts.
most prized shirts.
It is, and
Eh.
nobody has ever mentioned it. They just look at me, and that follows that
What do you
silence.
expect them to say to you?
Appreciation,
Yeah,
a
something.
little bit.
Wow, man, I saw that movie. It was fucked up. Cool shirt.
Yeah, that goblin didn't rape anybody though.
Cheddar Goblin. Well, and I guess we did forget to mention what we're watching is because a teenager recorded this film off TV from the local like PBS channel.
Oh yeah, that's how it
Yeah,
opens up.
that's why
isn't it?
the whole film has like that VHS look to it, and it skips through commercials and like will randomly skip. I think it skips in the film a few times.
Oh yeah.
like when they're
Luckily,
talking, it'll do
a
that
teenager.
VHS skip.
It said at the end of Reagan, he's like they never played it again or something.
I love the idea that Reagan banned this film. It just
Well, yeah.
feels very.
I watched that. That was terrible, and it's gonna get the kids
Not
on
in
drugs.
my America.
No,
I didn't
Just say
kill
no.
those kids. I didn't do that at
I
all.
mean,
All
I'm
the
shot in
VHSs
direction.
next, yeah.
Ain't
Put
that
all
right,
these
Mommy?
VHSs next to the wall as I tell them to tear it down.
I don't even know where your all's Reagan accents are going, guys.
I can't remember the last time I heard Reagan.
I gotta
speak.
listen to
Hey,
him talk.
Mommy, we're gonna go out there and get them for
Tear
the
down
skipper.
that wall, Mr. Gorbachev.
I don't know if any of these are Reagan. I don't remember the last time I heard
he
Reagan
does. He
speak.
does have that like softer, deep voice.
Hey guys,
like this, I think.
Said to Gorbachev. And then he's got
Go
to
ahead and tear down that wall, Mr. Gorbachev.
she said her name was Motherface. I said it was a little on the nose.
I said, not today, Mommy.
Not gonna win. Not gonna win any votes.
Because I think he was one of those guys who called like his wife Mommy or something too, or some shit.
That's just new lore.
But so there are ads mixed throughout this.
We're
but
not gonna
if
really
you- If
dive
you
on
watch it on Amazon, you also get ads, and half the time I wasn't sure if it was an Amazon ad or one of their ads. Nope, just kidding. The film quality in this movie sucks so much ass that you could tell right away. That's intentional, I know, but it
is.
makes it hard as hell to watch at times.
I just want to
went
point
into
out this
that.
one ad that stuck with me.
Which one?
I don't remember when it is, but it's 5 seconds long, and the lady's like, "So the psychic said my kid was going to be killed, and later that night," and then it cuts. That one stuck with me.
Okay, I
give
dig
him
that. Yeah.
Like I said, this is the kind of movie that when I'm in the middle of watching, being somewhat distracted by an ongoing election, when I'm in the middle of the movie, like the jokes don't hit. But then when we talk about it, I'm like, holy shit, that is funny. That is
Yeah,
funny.
and it's not like the movie has bad timing. Like, it has really good... So was it a comedy, like, troupe that wrote this? Like, they're pretty
They
good
did
at
a
it.
Kickstarter for this, and some of the Kickstarter pledges get to be extras in the film.
That's awesome.
Son of a bitch, how much do you pay to get that?
I mean, it
God.
totaled out $400,000 their budget, so I don't know, man.
We need to find the next Kickstarter that's running like this so we can be extras in a stupid fucking
Oh,
movie.
but our film's going to suck that week, Kickstarter. I can just see it.
Yeah, well, so did this one, but it was still good in a way.
Yeah, but ours is going to
Fucking
suck,
love
just
this.
suck.
No.
Why do you guys
Ours
be
is going
so
to be last night
negative?
we watched. I just have the feeling. Like,
You mean last night?
yeah, last night. We
You
were last
just-
night. Last
this is
night.
why you
It
don't
was
listen to the
hate on our
podcast.
podcast.
This
This
is-
is going to be last night we watched, he said. Comparing
Last
that,
night.
a bad movie, sucky movie, to our podcast. Thanks for listening, everyone. We appreciate
Matt doesn't do
you.
that.
Oh. Last night, though. But yeah, it's... it couldn't have been that much to star in it, right? Maybe a
Not to
thousand.
star as an extra, though.
I mean, to an extra,
How
yeah.
much do you think the guy paid that got to be the one whose family was destroyed by the dam collapsing?
I would have done that role for free.
Fucking
Oh,
love it.
That's,
That,
Go
that
in
guy
there,
was.
give him a hug.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you're right. He meets a bunch of bros when he meets Greg Sestero.
yeah. You know what? We could... I kind of want to just, like, quick fire through all the bro introductions.
let's
like, the
run
best
through
parts.
Let's go, Todd.
Greg
first.
Cicero is Derek.
Well, I was about to say,
Fuck.
first off, every time he introduces him, he has to remind him this is Brock's twin. And they
Yeah.
all say, yeah, weird.
But yeah, every once in a
Weird.
while,
Weird.
I think later on in the movie, they're like, "Holy shit, you're Brent, not Brock."
Oh, that's the
can
one
talk?
guy
Yeah,
who
I don't
just
remember who it
never
is.
attaches himself to. That's
was it
Samsy.
Sizzler or something like that?
Samsy.
Same.
Samsy.
So,
No, I
get
thought
it.
Samsy was the one that
The
came
robot.
up with the plan at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he doesn't remember that he is his twin. He keeps
yeah. He's like, "No, Brock, we're gonna do my plan now."
because he gives him those weird looks all the time, like,
bro.
You died,
"Oh,
bro.
I just got it. You're his twin." Oh my god, you
That
can
makes-
understand
that
my
explains it all.
confusion, right?
Yeah, you guys have to, like, have bracelets or something.
All right,
But-
so that is Samsy, who is got a twin robot that he's created. We don't find that out till later. That is, I think that's one of the best like payoffs in the whole movie.
And what's great about that is the whole thing. He's questioning how Brent and Brock, how Brock is back from the dead, and this man's got a twin robot upstairs. I love the end joke on that one.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's so much awesomeness to that one. No, I'm gonna call my robot downstairs. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
Maybe not.
let's come up
maybe
with
not.
another plan just in case. Plan B. No. But anyways, Matt, rapid fire here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we got
That
Todd.
was really good rapid fire. Todd, who's got the girlfriend Samantha, who is trying to get pregnant by Todd. Todd is
I don't want to
such
have
awesome.
sex. You don't get my
Samantha?
virginity.
Quit bringing me these delicious treats.
Todd's best moment for me is he puts his headphones back on because he's studying, and the song is saying something like, everyone likes you because you're smart. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it was That's Todd. I'm at this point I'm starting to forget
All right,
people's
so
names.
let's
We
do
have
this.
the person who has like PTSD.
I have all the names.
We have Samantha is his girlfriend. I just want to touch on that, right?
Yeah.
She does keep bringing treats, and she's trying to take Todd's virginity. It's almost played like in reverse, like he's the girl and she's the guy.
Yeah,
but she wants a baby.
But she tried to bang all of them at
yeah.
one point, according to her, which is not shocking.
And then we have Turbo, who
He's a tough
is
guy.
fucking amazing.
He's
Turbo,
a tough guy.
yeah.
Turbo's the one scared of puppies, right?
Hey,
Yep. And he also
Okay.
says,
puppy dick.
all right, now I'm going to try and outwit you with my good looks and charisma. I forget what he says immediately after, but it's just an insult.
Turbo's the shit.
Turbo is trying to take over the room when Brent meets him, right? He's also afraid of little dogs. And one comes out of the closet like a stuffed animal dog, and he screams and goes, "You guys know I hate dogs!" And they're like, we got him so good.
And then in Brent's head, he's
Turbo's
like,
the one-
"Oh, I've got to fuck up this dog." So
That's
I
my
can-
dog that I gave Brock.
I have a special connection to this dog.
But I'm gonna mess it up so I can get in close with Turbo, and so he rips the head
Well,
off.
my favorite part is he rips the head off and then looks at Nerdy? It's not Nerdy.
Nedry.
Nedry. He looks at Nedry and Nedry nods like they have this plan, but they definitely didn't have this plan.
I love him and Nedry together, actually.
To go back to Turbo though, he's the one that does the freshman haze, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, you guys
Pinch
gotta
my
get out.
ass.
And he goes,
Pinch
I don't
my
care about
ass.
your ancestors or where you came from. I'm a bad guy.
He is pretty awesome.
We've got ZQ
Oh.
who's recording everything, right? He's got
Yeah.
a little VHS camera there, and he's recording everything.
Who's the guy that has like PTSD? That he's in the yellow shirt, I think, at this point, and they're like, oh, he's thinking you're Brock, or like he thought you were Brock, and like he like spaces out and screams, and the guy goes, "Oh, don't worry, he's just a bitch." Oh, that explains it.
That wasn't Spike, was
That
it?
sounded like Samsy almost, but
That isn't
not.
that Samsy?
That's a good God. I actually don't know. But the line's fantastic because like he freaks out and he goes, "Oh, he's just a bitch." Oh, okay.
And Spike is the drunk. Spike is maybe my favorite. He's just a drunk, and he's the one kind of hazing the guy at first. The vegan or whatever.
Yep.
Well, he's
Samsy.
passed out.
Sizzler.
Sizzler,
Samsy
yeah.
does have PTSD, by the way.
It is Samsy. Okay.
Okay.
He's like, when they turn off the lights, he's like, "It's happening again, it's happening again."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because he looks at me like, "I made the eggs just the way you like it." Hard.
Yeah,
he
so
thinks
the
he's
lights-
cooking.
The lights are going out in one of the buildings, and he's like, the PlayStation, "It's happening again," and Turbo's like, "It's just old fuses, man. It's just old fuses." And then
fuses.
Brent's like, "Old fuses." And Turbo looks at him and says, "They're fuses, motherfucker. It's old."
There's a breaker box in the shed. But yeah, I think we covered everyone, right? Isn't that pretty much the whole crew at this point?
I mean, there's a theater
Turtleneck
guy and
dude.
another one, but they don't ever
yeah.
really
You
matter.
talking about
That's kind of the
turtleneck
joke.
guy?
Huh? Yeah, theater, I think. right?
Is that
'Cause
his
he's
name?
into the
I'm
theater. He's
Turtleneck.
talking about it at one point.
I thought he was this turtleneck guy. Whatever.
Same person,
Doesn't
really.
matter. Same person.
So yeah, Turbo is paddling the pledge, and what's he say? Something like, because he wins him over about the dog thing. And he's like, "Yeah, you can stay in here tonight," or
Yeah,
something.
you
like
can stay with me tonight.
Yeah.
At least one night you can be here.
So this is where they decide that they're going to do a prank, and Brent and Nedry are going to lead the prank, right?
Yeah, they've got to go on the radio station, is it, and announce that the dean
Eats farts.
eats farts. But they get him hammered first, and in this whimsical bullshit crazy way, they end up at the airport doing air traffic control, and they get on there and go, "The dean eats farts." He goes, "What? This is a restricted private channel. What are you doing on here?"
112.
Yeah.
And I think the plane crashes, doesn't it?
Oh, the plane
does,
crashes.
because-
They killed 250 people.
250
The
souls
brothers
lost.
is like, well, this way no one will ever forget the teen eats farts.
And they get called into the dean's office, and we hear some backstory here. That
Yeah,
is
she gives like,
amazing.
each freshman, sophomore, junior year pranks.
One of them,
Don't remember
they
which
never
one.
Okay, I
talk
get the
about.
two.
Sophomore year, they never talk about.
We hear about sophomore
Get to the
later.
chopper.
yeah, Andrew WK tells us later, but one of them is when they flood. Oh my God, what's the town called? Parchment.
Town? Parch Town or Parchment?
Yeah, parched. They
Old
flood it, and he
Parchtown,
goes,
yeah.
yeah, in doing so, we created a booming kayak business in new whatever town.
But the other one is like,
They,
oh my God, I
they
can't
overthrew
remember
a
what.
dictator.
They overthrew a dictator. And she's like, all right, fair.
That one
Fair.
was good.
But you're
That
on
one was good.
suspension now, and the one Spike goes, "No, that's just."
You know who he sounds like? He's Muscle Man from
Yes,
regular show.
exactly.
That's, oh my God.
Oh no, bro!
Oh, bro, can I
can't
get
cancel
some
that.
beers?
That's like Easter for guys.
Another great Turbo quote.
But
then
Brent
they-
hypes it up. He says, "All right,
Because
we're
he
just gonna
sees
make
the
it like
ghost
a
of his
dude
brother.
bro party." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, all right,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I can buy into
So
that."
this is where it's confusing as hell. They leave. They're getting ready to go on their vacation.
She calls Patton Oswalt.
The dean calls Patton Oswald and says it's in play or whatever, and then all of a sudden she gets her throat slit.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I don't.
Patton Oswalt's chanting on the phone.
Yeah,
doing a spell.
none of it makes sense. And I guess
just don't know
that's
magic.
fine for this movie, but it's also annoying.
This
Yeah.
is so. Like I said, Officer Sminkle has some funny parts, but this whole Patton Oswalt, the police station shit is annoying because he has, I forget the female cop's name, but he has her go with Sminkle because they're going to sacrifice his virgin ass tonight.
God, what
Or
was her name?
For what?
I don't.
Dark Power.
Dark
Magic.
Magic. Yeah, his Dark Master is calling.
See, this is my problem. Like, I think they could have made this movie hilariously over the top, but still had a plot to it a little
They
bit.
could have skipped this shit and just
Yeah.
said that there's two cops tailing him.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But the way they end the cop stuff is also really stupid. I think.
Yes. It's a waste at that point.
It's
That's
like
why it could have been just tailing them like a little side thing that we kind of see every once in a while, and that's it.
Some dude had an idea and they all thought it was hilarious and they ran with it.
It was Patton Oswalt probably wouldn't leave him alone.
Yeah. If I'm gonna
Guys,
be in
listen
your
to me.
movie,
We gotta do this spell casting stuff.
what do you think? What do you guys think about oranges?
On an episode of King of Queens, we had a lady that was a pack of oranges.
You know,
Leah
seen
Remini.
it.
you know my wife on King of Queens. I hooked up with her. For real.
Did he have a wife on there?
I don't know. I never watched King of Queens. Did he not?
I don't know, man.
What was his job on that show? I
You
thought
can
he
tell
was-
me anything,
To
I
give
believe
Kevin
you.
James hand jobs.
Yeah, I gave him a lot of hand jobs.
You're gonna do so great with Adam Sandler.
So proud of you. Your career's come so far.
Nobody can
You
tell
should-
that's a wig.
In your next role, you should be a security, a mall
Paul
security
Blart.
cop.
Paul Blart.
That
Yeah,
just
that-
sounds funny.
No way that's a toupee.
Yeah. People are gonna spend that whole movie laughing just thinking about the title.
Segways. Thanks for all the good advice.
And hand job over.
You're just mashing it, Gail.
Just
Don't know what I want.
So they go to the new town, old Parch Town. But
They're driving in the RV, and this is
Oh yeah, they
when we
stole
found out-
Samantha's RV.
Yeah, they were supposed to go away, Todd and her, and instead he's riding with them. I'm not ready for a baby yet, guys. And you're like, okay.
Yep.
I also just want to point out that the part when they see the town sign, and I went back to find the number, but it had population 4,074 crossed out to just 74, which I did not notice the first time I watched it.
But they get to the new town, right? And this is where we meet the he runs a kayak
River
rental or a
raft
boat rental.
salesman. Yeah, he's a river raft salesman.
And but we also find out that his family, he's got the graves right there. His family died when they flooded the town.
Yeah, and he constantly is like making comments about them flooding the town and how it's great for his business. You can tell he loves them but also hates them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's
Business is great. My family's gone, but
She
business
died
is doing
doing what
okay.
she loved. Drowning?
drowning.
Yeah.
There's no point for
Swimming
swim
lessons
lessons.
are.
I actually thought this guy was fantastic.
He
in
is.
every part of the film.
He's probably my favorite person in this whole movie. They do the picture, and he's like, "All right, now do a silly one." And what's his name starts humping a grave and like licking. It. He's like, "Yep, that's my 60-month-old son's grave."
My favorite is when they're
Get
leaving.
in close.
He's like,
Go ahead.
That was
One more.
hilarious.
Good, one more, but surprise me like you did when you burst the dam. Like, so good. I think he was the best. I hope he was a Kickstarter person.
Oh, his timing was too good. I don't know, man. If so, my God.
God, it would have been perfect.
So he is our next character to die. He gets out on a boat, and it looks like Motherface is about to shoot him with a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
when
which-
he just decides to shoot himself in the head with the gun, and he ends it all there.
Also,
But I love
Nedry
that.
is not allowed on the boat. And he goes, "Is this handicap accessible?" No.
He actually
And
said
if I
that
remember,
boat's
and
made for people with my lifestyle. And he goes, no, and walked away.
And the one Samji goes, "If I remember correctly, and I do, there is a handicap accessible path, something. I forget what he tells them.
Like 20 miles or something.
Yeah, and this is when he won't cuss
But he does
F.
cuss, doesn't he?
in the end.
Yeah. Oh,
He
but
cusses
it's-
shortly after this, but right now he goes F it. And he's like, hey, man, you're in college. You can cuss.
You can cuss.
And then we also cut back to Sminkle and the other cop, and this is when Sminkle has some moments of being a good cop, kind of jokingly. We also find out he falls asleep with his eyes open, but this is when we find out his true calling in life that he wants is to have a bus, and instead of blowing kids' minds, he's gonna bang their minds. So he goes, "My bang bus." Come on,
It's a
kids, get in
mobile
here.
library.
Open your minds to reading and bang it.
He also kills a guy at this
Yeah,
point.
the dad of
He
these.
runs-
He protects that
I don't
kid.
know if
And he
it's
goes,
the
"Get out
dad
of
of the
town!
kid."
Don't ever come back."
Actually, that joke was pretty good because, like, it's
Oh, yeah.
the dad is like shaking the kid, and he's like, "Look, you think you're better than me with your tie and your jaw?"
But yeah, then he backs up on
enjoy the
the dad.
cop jokes for the most part. But,
It's just like I said, they didn't need the story attached to it.
oh yeah, the
Yeah.
story sucked. Because like the whole point, he's trying to make sure they're not oranges, or they are oranges, or
I don't
The
fucking
vitamin
know.
C.
he's a virgin
deficiency.
sacrifice.
Yeah, too much. But they get to the cabin, and it's they run into one of their who they thought was dead, who is played by Andrew WK.
that actually makes a good joke because he shows up. He's like, "Speaking of people everyone thought was dead, welcome back, Brock." And he's like, "Oh no, I'm his twin brother."
Weird. Weird.
And that's when they start partying and the lights go out.
This place is a fucking mess. Who did this? And
I love.
they do a montage to clean.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah.
They do a montage,
80s montage.
clean, lights go out, and then there's just a few good quotes where Turbo tells, is it Derek? Is that Greg Sestero's character?
Yep.
He's like, your dad was a handyman. You go fucking fix it. He's like, I hate handyman work. I hate that. And Turbo's like, why did you not tell me that? If you had told me that, I would not have said that to you.
But he still goes. I love it. They don't stop him. I love that, what's his fucking name?
The random French actor that
so
pops up with the
sorry.
subtitles.
Not Greg Sestero being French.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's like, oh my god, he's like, tell my wife I love her.
Yeah, some shit like that.
And I'm sorry.
Right throughout the montages, he's going and digging up beer out of the ground, I think, and stuff like hiding spots and drinking it all. And they keep walking up to him, his hand is shaking, and he'll start crying, and then he'll drink a beer and go, "Oh yeah!" It's the flip, and then they flip the tape to Party Hard.
Party hard.
But yeah, this is when when the fuses get talked about, and Sestero has to go out there and fix it because his father was a repairman.
Which freaks him out because he has to deal with a lot of tools, and he's like, it's all just a bunch of tools.
You're just tools.
And
this
half
is
of his
where
shirt gets ripped off.
Yeah, to sexualize it. Like you said, they're trying to do like the opposite thing.
Mm-hmm.
This whole movie feels like they're rallying against the over-sexualization of women during horror movies.
It's definitely a call out to, what is it, Slumber Party?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slumber
Slumber
Party
Party 1 and 2.
Sleepaway Camp.
Well, Slumber Party 1 and 2 is when they're like
Yeah.
in
It's
the
usually
house, like
a
with like
slumber
no
party
clothes, right?
females. Oh my gosh. I mean, Sleepaway Camp, it's camp, and they're like that, so.
So
Yeah.
to skip over Derek's death, he gets his face knocked into the fuse box and he gets electrocuted. But then you go back to the scene where they're all in the house dancing. And speaking of sexualization, like you see a guy in boxers and you just see his thing just bouncing around in boxers.
Is this the when they're trying to get Brent to dance and he's like, I
Brent, come
danced
dance
once.
with us. Dance? And then we have the flashback.
Brandy,
Brent
wanna do
teaching
this
Brent
flashback?
how to dance.
Dancing with a mannequin, I think.
Let's get that mannequin back. Some
don't
of the
know.
Brock and Brent stuff at times is boring too. Like, I don't know. But I like the joke that he's not dead, but he's here. Weird. Things like that, but sometimes I don't. I like some of that just falls flat.
Yeah. And then Spike starts screaming because
Murder.
because someone drank all the beer. They drank our beer. Someone killed.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro.
Who murdered who? What's going on?
Our beer. Who would do such a thing?
I also like, I think there's a part here I don't remember, but I think Todd picks up one of the beers and he goes, it was shotgun.
Yeah.
Like,
The pledge looks at Brent. He's like, "Did you know about his deepest fear?" And Brent's like, "That we would run out of beer." Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
I love though that
Yeah.
as he's saying someone killed the keg or the beer, he's shotgunning another beer as he's saying they're all gone.
Yeah, I know it doesn't make sense. They're still drinking the beer and stuff.
well, it's not enough beer. That's the thing.
So-
He's already figured out how much he's gonna need.
For some reason, they decide to take one of the pledges out, and they stick him in a beef box.
Yeah, because he's not beef. They take
He's
the
a
pledge out to get beer.
vegetarian, right?
Vegan.
And the other guy records him.
It's a
Get out
very
of there
weird-
once you beefed. Pledge.
He's like, everyone beefed before we came here.
I hate beef though.
Spike beefed twice. He's like recording it. Like, isn't he like naked in the box or something too? I can't remember, but
You think there's something like
Or in
that
his
because he
box or
also
something.
sticks his hand in and it says glory hole in it. And in that moment when it does a cut, I'm like, is he about to fuck him?
So we get another scene with the cop. I don't remember. Like they're changing the tire, and he's like, "I can just have my dad come get us" or something like that.
well, that's when they find out he murdered a guy too, right?
Yeah.
Like they actually call it back, and the cop says something like, "Yeah, we'll deal with that tomorrow."
So then Spike is our next guy to die. He sees like a keg out there, and he runs to go get it, and he gets the damn tap stuck through his head, and she starts pumping it and pouring it out. And yeah, that's the joke. All head, yeah, which it's kind of gross, honestly, but I don't know. Someone is clicking like crazy right now.
That's me.
Ah,
Damn.
Click clacking.
Didn't know.
But at this point in the movie,
was
when I
also-
watched it,
We just skip
go ahead.
though when Samzy and Brent dance. We talked about the dance, but we forgot that why they.
oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah, he goes upstairs in the attic, right? And he starts dancing. He thinks he's dancing with Samzy, and he's like, "Lift me up" or something like that. He
Lift
kinda
me
just-
up, Brent.
He drops him, and he breaks his neck, so he thinks he kills Samzy.
And that's when
And
Spike
then
comes up.
the next time you see him, like he's sitting next to Samzy, and he's freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, he's not sure
Which
how
is-
Samzy is still alive.
Which is honestly how Samzy feels looking at him, so it's perfect.
Yeah. It's return. I also wanted to say, I
yeah,
love
I
that
think the next scene is
turtleneck
the arm wrestling.
has his neck covered, but his shirt's so high that his belly button's hanging out all the time.
It's that midriff style. So yeah, they're arm wrestling for some reason because it's a real bro thing to do. And right in the middle of the last round of arm wrestling, I don't know. You'll have
Yeah.
to explain that to me if I missed it. Samantha pops up with some beer, and
Some
at first they're
beers.
excited and they see it's her and they're like, "Oh, fuck
We can
it."
like beer and hate you, Samantha.
That's
Now give us the beer.
then they-
See? Now we
No,
hate
hate
you.
her. Fuck her. Yeah. And then she's like, she asked Todd or something like that, "Is there a room here?" And Turbo says, "We got all the room in the world. It's called outside."
There's a tent out back. And they're forced to
Yeah.
go out into the tent out back.
Yeah, Todd has to because he broke the rules. And he's like, "No,
No
she's gonna take my
girls."
virginity. Do I have to?"
Poor Todd, he did nothing wrong.
There's a tent in the shed. Yeah, there's a tent in the shed. But yeah,
Yeah, I think like 1,000 people tell you about the tent in the shed, tent in the shed, tent in the shed, tent in the shed.
she
I'm gonna
they're
be honest,
going at
this
it
point in the
doggy
film,
style, and he's like, "The holes you poked in the condom aren't working, babe. I can't breathe."
at this point in the film is when I was kind of getting tired of the film, though.
Yeah,
About right here is when I was like, I hope this is wrapping up soon. And I think there was like 40 or 50 minutes left around this point.
45 or so.
Yeah, because I remember seeing that. I'm like, oh my God, what
'Cause-
what else could they possibly do?
And we can cut through some of this too, because
Yeah, as they're hooking up, she kills him mid orgasm.
and the
Samantha
pledge
falls asleep with him.
get attacked, but the guy that's filming him, ZQ, gets ripped in
Yeah.
half. So
Get the
after
tree to fall on him.
we got Sminkle and her trying to push the van, blah, who cares?
Yeah.
They're out.
There
in
is a
the-
funny part where Smeagol's pushing the van and he falls asleep.
Yeah, he goes,
She goes, he's asleep while
number
pushing.
5, you're asleep and you're still pushing somehow. But they're out there playing in the lake, swimming or splashing water, and ZQ's top half comes ziplining through. They're like, "Hey, ZQ, hey, buddy!" And he comes through zip lines, falls, drops in the water, and then lands on old Parchtown or whatever it's called. And in doing so, he goes through like a house or a church, and all these bodies come flying up to the top of the lake, all in slow motion. It's beautiful. Um, and this is when they're like, "Oh no, we've got to kill her! It's Samantha. She was covered in blood.
Yep.
We're all covered in blood, Turbo."
Uh,
Covered in blood.
And
Like
now we have Samsy
Matt
and his
said-
robot. Because Samsy finally realizes that Brent is Brock's twin brother. Oh, you can understand my confusion, though. But he's like, all right, I had stopped relying on Brock's plans that never worked, and I made my own robot. And that's
That's an
when,
80s movie.
yeah, like a weird
Such-
science kind of thing. And Brent's like, oh
Which-
my God, now it all makes
thank
sense.
God. Thank God. Thank God.
Oh, but we need a different plan.
Yeah. let's have another plan.
And Motherface kills Samsy,
How does she kill him? Do you
like
remember?
remote controlling him.
Yep.
Pulls out his tongue. You need a tongue lashing. Ah. Yeah.
I
And-
think. Who's the next death then? Is it Turbo after that?
Yeah, we cut to Sminkle getting knocked out for the sacrifice after he saves the one officer. But yeah, Turbo tells Brent that he's got a tiny hairy dick and that's why he hates dogs.
And then he goes into the basement or something like that, gets stuck in a room with a bunch of little dogs.
Dogs,
And
yep.
then he kills himself, right?
Yeah.
Garcon,
That's the only way to go
bring
out.
out the dinner plate that says, Happy 23rd birthday, Turbo, from your lying friend, Brent. Very good.
I'll never lie to you again, I swear.
Yep, so yeah, he gets attacked by a bunch of dogs and the
It's
vegan
sizzling.
is forced to eat meat or a heart or his own food, right? His own
Yep.
organs.
He dies.
Brutal death.
Brent runs into Samantha and she's like, "It's just us." And then she's like, "Look, I'm pregnant with Todd's baby." He touches it, and then in one of the funniest and most gruesome scenes, Motherface stabs her through the stomach and it pops out her baby fetus. It's kind of fucked up, but it's
It is
also
messed up.
it's also hilarious because I mean, you know, common sense says it's been the same day. There's no baby fetus in there. But yeah, she kills her like that.
This is when, we can go from there straight into Brent versus Motherface. And he says, I know who you are. You're Ronald Reagan. What? No, what? And it's not. This one goes on for a bit. I do love when he just gets all the powers of his bros and he
Yep.
turns into a hulking like ultimate warrior beast and just begins to smash her fucking head in.
Yeah. This is a motherfucking bald eagle, and I just made him my bitch.
Oh, Nedry, yeah. Nedry pops up and he's like,
Fuck, piss,
I have
shit,
forgiven the
damn
wolves. I am their master now.
But yeah, she kills Nedry, and then they fight, and like you said, he gets all the power of his bros. That's how he defeats her.
Boy, sir, I mean, it's brutal.
And
a
you
good
would
fight.
think that's the end of the movie, but it's not.
don't
We
care
still
for
have
this last
about,
part.
7 or 8 minutes? Maybe
5
6?
to 8, something like that.
Yeah. Of the cop
Sminkle,
stuff. Apparently, he thought he was talking to a partner, thought he was hooking up with the partner.
it's a
and
bag
it was
of
just
oranges.
a big bag of oranges.
Yeah, it's one of those.
And the orange crisis
This
is solved.
scene should not have been here.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. As I
Then-
said, about this movie really feels like it dragged on like 30 minutes too long.
It's about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes they could have cut, and I would have liked it quite a bit more because they would have done themselves a service. You would remember the highlights better.
Yeah. So that's this whole movie.
We ran through that last little bit, but that makes sense because there's nothing there, it's just
Yeah,
dad.
there's some good jokes.
they
It's-
should
the
have ran
jokes are
through it.
amazing, but we can't keep retelling the jokes. Like if you're gonna watch
Yeah.
it, you watch it because they are hilarious when they land.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do
jokes
like
great.
when Todd Jr. tells him goodbye
Mm-hmm.
as a ghost.
Did Did we cover the turtleneck guy? What he says when he dies? When he's like, "Please, you don't care. You don't even know
you
my
don't
name."
even
Flannel
know our
Bro.
names.
Hey, turtleneck. Oh, really? Do you even know our names?
He's like, "You guys having a bad day? You don't care. You don't fucking care." But yeah, no, it's a funny movie. It just it's not
Goes on a
pacing.
little too
It's
long.
just editing, I guess. They could have cut the whole Patton Oswalt.
Too many
Please.
ideas in one movie. I think they could have made this a little bit more serious with a little more well-rounded plot, and it would have worked.
See, I
Way
just think
better.
if they had made the cop thing like little side stories, not even a story, but just like, in a movie when they drive past the cops and they're like, oh, are they speeding? And then, you get like a 5-minute fucking thing from them. That would have worked.
I don't know. Do you remember? There's this movie that you really liked. It had like Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah,
and-
FDR.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
that
Teddy.
one's kind of all over the place too, with like a lot of like random funny scenes.
Thug life.
It kind of reminds me of this. I just wish it would
Fuck
just
them
focus a little
motherfucking
more.
werewolves.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
What movie was it?
FDR. I love that
Oh,
movie because
oh.
it's got holy shit. It's the main guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show is FDR.
Tim Curry.
No, not Tim Curry.
He is the main guy though.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Janet. I love
Yeah,
you.
I know, but Brad's not the main guy.
Look at that.
We did it.
We're talking
We
about Rocky Horror
truly
Picture
are the
Show now.
greatest.
I love that. I hope you all watched it this year for Halloween.
Yeah, I did.
I did.
No,
do every
I
year.
told
Every time
I
you say
try
double
not to watch
features,
that
a
movie.
song pops up. What? I love that
Science
movie.
fiction,
I don't
double
like it.
feature. Brad and Janet
Didn't we do a podcast on it?
will build.
We did. It
a
was the first time I ever watched the
creature.
film.
Well, I watched it when I was too young to watch it, and it messed me up.
Oh, it messed me up, but I was always messed up.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend showing that to like a 10 or 11-year-old.
Oh, no.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
no.
It was just too weird for me at the time. Now it doesn't seem as weird, but because it was so weird then, it still has that weird nostalgic feeling to me. So I don't enjoy watching it, and I won't watch it
Fucking
every
love it.
Halloween.
I listened to that
that sucks.
soundtrack,
The soundtrack is amazing.
and
Meatloaf song is the best. Just put
I
that
do
out there.
love the time
Who
warp.
did?
Opportunity, bless my soul. I went on a Meatloaf kick earlier this year, so
Yeah, he's great.
it was a fun week.
That's about as long as
Paradise
it would
By-
last.
I mean, he had some good songs.
I
Yeah,
will
he had some
do
good songs.
anything for love.
Found out like his best album, the person who did it made Bonnie Tyler's best album.
Yeah.
And like you can hear a lot of similarities between those two.
Who's the other one?
Bonnie Tyler's album is the
No,
Turnaround. The album that had
Turn
that song.
around, run.
Yeah.
He also did,
Completely
I
off topic.
think, the soundtrack for that Beauty and the Beast live action show that Ron Perlman was in.
Oh yeah.
That also had Linda Hamilton as.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, mom and dad
was
had
that
mom
90s?
had it on. Yeah, early '90s. Mom had it on once, and I guess she was trying to get into it. And I remember just being freaked out by Ron Perlman as the Beast.
Was
Yeah.
that like the one they did? Like, yeah.
There was
I
a
hate when
TV
they do
show,
shit
right?
It was
like that.
87. It was
All-
earlier, so I
all
saw
that
it.
reminds me of is like Scrooged when they tried to do the live Charles Dickens. Like,
I love that.
yeah, I know. I love that movie. I'm just thinking like when they do those live performances on TV, it's fucking weird.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, yeah, it's not that kind
This
of
was
live
an actual
performance.
live
It
action.
was a TV show.
Yeah,
Oh.
this was an actual.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Had Ron Perlman in a werewolf outfit.
Yeah,
You made
you
my-
just
our
says
entire
your cat
podcast
lips.
audience.
He didn't look like a beast. He looked like a cat.
Yeah.
It's like
looked
he was
an
on
angry
the.
lion.
He had veered off from the stage of Cats and played the Beast.
So that is Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
Let's hit Deadstream.
Not
Deadstream
bad.
was made in 2022.
Hold on, I got a starter timer.
Well,
No, you don't.
it
Timer
was
started.
made on a budget of about $1 million.
Really?
That was money well spent.
Yep.
No,
That's
And
impressive.
yeah.
We have
87 minutes long. Take notes, other movies.
Joseph Winter plays Sean Ruddy, our main guy that we're with like 99% of this, of course.
Who's a fantastic actor in
He
this movie,
also
at least.
wrote and directed, right?
I think so,
Trying to
yeah.
remember her. Like, I think this
Yeah,
was
he's
like
the director,
all him and
and
his wife's
Vanessa
film.
Winter.
Yeah.
Who's Vanessa Winter? Is she in this movie?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm sorry, I read this earlier.
She's a
and I totally
writer-director.
forgot already. Yeah, I think it was him and his wife wanted to make a film together.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
if you
his
told
wife.
me there were only like, what, 4 or 5 actors in this movie, I'd believe you.
It's something like that. You
Yeah.
gotta also count when people would come on like YouTube and be like,
videos.
"Hey, Sean, what you need to do is
Oh,
this."
yeah, I forgot about those.
Which
so
was
about
great.
11. I thought that was a
Melanie
lot of
Stone
fun, too.
Chrissy is Chrissy, excuse me. Melanie Stone. She was great.
She was phenomenal in this one.
And then the rest of it are
from-
just bit characters. Doesn't matter.
From the introduction to her
Besides
to even
Cher.
later on the evolution, she makes this movie really work, I
Yep.
think. As
I mean,
both
he
a horror
does.
movie and a comedy.
Sean does too. Because that guy,
Yeah.
he's playing a YouTube or a content creator, and he's starting out. His show is where he goes, "I do all the things I'm afraid of," and like one of them, he's dressed as a baby in a carriage going down the river, and another one is crossing the Mexican border, and then one is throwing something at the cops, and he's like, "Fuck you, pigs," and then he gets his ass beat. But
Then
then
apparently another one is
paying a
paying
homeless
a
man.
bum money to fight him.
Yep. And that's what got him in trouble with his sponsors. And we kind of catch him at the end of that where he's offering his, "I'm sorry." And it matches all those YouTube content creators when they always go on like a hiatus and then they're like, "Hey guys, I just want you all to know that doesn't
That's not
reflect
who
who
I
I
am."
am as a person.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
not who I am. And
That's not me. I made a mistake.
I honestly follow like no one on YouTube or anything. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
be real.
I don't
But
either, but I've seen
I have
it.
friends that do, and I was about to say I've literally heard them talk about some of their favorite YouTube people doing an apology video, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
I can't do that shit, man.
I can't.
They have too many videos. Like you would spend a lifetime following one.
well, and my problem with YouTube, I know this is not about the movie, but just
It's
on
a
the rant.
format.
These YouTube creators that make like these
I
hour-long
know we're
videos,
going off topic.
it's like 45
knew?
minutes of nothing and 15 minutes of content, and it just drains me.
Like
So
our
you
show.
say all these things.
Yeah.
You will have to understand that kids these days look at YouTube like we did like primetime TV.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, no, I get
Oh,
it.
I get it.
always got a new YouTube video
and it fucking
yeah.
sucks though because
it sucks so
it's just
bad.
to grab your attention. Bright
To
colors,
be fair, most
loud.
of cable TV sucked, too.
Not like this,
But
man.
I was
Not
about
like
to say,
this.
not like this. Like,
There used to be. There would be actual
Actors,
writing classes.
production value,
Yeah, production.
like,
yeah, now it's
skill,
just like, all right, how can we
cinematographer.
shoot out a video within
Oh.
12 hours?
Someone kidnaps me and then you guys find me, but we'll make it seem more dramatic. And
Are you
then
talking
we'll
about cable
hide the
TV or
plot
YouTube
for
TV?
YouTube TV.
I'm
Okay,
one of the
let's
Wilson
see.
brothers. I'm
Samoa,
getting into boxing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit like that. I
mean,
went
to
to
be
the
fair, they made a ton
suicide
of money.
forest in Japan and made fun of a dead body I
There's
found.
an apology video.
You know what, though? You guys are talking about, like, some of the most popular videos. This isn't even touching all the crappy
Well, I
ones
know,
out
but
there that are just...
I'm PewDiePie.
Yeah.
I said the N word. But that's what I mean. Like those are the
Isn't
top
he like
dogs.
Scandinavian?
Yeah, he's like Swedish or something.
So what the
Yeah,
hell would he
something.
even know about that word?
I mean,
I think he uttered it in a
Nazis came
stream
from
years
right around
ago.
that area,
No.
man.
I mean, yeah, true. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Racists are international now. Here at Racist International,
I mean,
we can get you prepared for the world of
technically-
tomorrow.
Racists have always been international. Like
I
you
know.
said, Nazis and
Yeah, but now they're like combined, you know, to make Captain Racist.
Oh, I didn't know they fused.
Yeah,
I missed that
they
letter.
do.
they put their rings
Sometimes
together
they'll-
and they
they'll-
say,
They'll
It's
put
a
a
ring.
African in there, and then
So
there's going
what
to be
would you
a
say-
Jewish person. They're like, I'm part of this group. It's okay. I'm like, what are you doing? They
It's-
hate you.
Yeah, I hate them.
I hate me too.
We're all good at
You
hate.
suck.
But you know how like they're Earth, Wind, Fire.
Oh, Kevin
Love.
Planet.
Hate.
Yeah, like Captain Planet. Like,
White supremacy.
white supremacy.
Wow, supremacy.
Does it
I
turn
like
into
this.
an Uber Superman? The Hitler's
No.
like Superman, blonde haired, blue eye guy goes, Get out of here.
I hate Jews. I hate women.
Get
I
those
hate-
Haitians. They're eating the dogs.
You're all garbage.
They all combine to create.
Shouldn't you be in my garden? So, yeah,
Yeah.
Captain Racist. I might make almost a satire.
I feel like you would
Animated
draw
show.
a specific character in mind here, and I would strongly advise you not to.
I also don't think captain's the right title. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Admiral, general, maybe.
President racist.
Yeah,
El Presidente.
wouldn't he
like, "Don't you hate
Wouldn't he go
Mexicans?"
with Supreme
Yeah.
Leader?
Supreme Leader is good. You have to have a lot of guts to call yourself Supreme Leader.
That's what
just
I'm
putting
saying.
that out
This
there.
guy is
Like,
pure
yeah.
confidence. I mean, he's stupid as all get out, but he is confident.
Yeah,
I like
he
the idea of like
exudes
the
confidence.
Supreme and Supreme Leader looks just like he stole it from the clothing brand Supreme.
oh, yeah.
It's like
Supreme.
all the way through like the whole thing, like he's just getting sued by Supreme.
No, he puts a little arrow on the end, though. He goes, that way those,
arrow on the end.
I'm
It's
getting
legally
sued
different.
by a bunch of woke racists. No, a bunch of woke minorities or something he would say. They're hating on me because I speak the truth.
Like and subscribe.
Please donate.
Now it sounds like, are we talking about Alex Jones now?
I mean, aren't they all the same? They all follow the same format.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's not a bad Alex Jones.
I watched so much of him, you know?
All
I'm
right,
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Deadstream. So
I really
he
was
gets
just
his
kidding.
apology tour out. You can. I'm sorry.
Honestly, just talking about what he does makes me excited. I think I'm going to watch this movie when I go to sleep tonight again.
It is really fun, man. I've watched
So-
this one. I started it. I think first year was last year, and I watched it a bunch since it. No, it was 2 years ago.
Nice.
To regain his popularity, he decides that he's going to spend a night in Death Manor.
Not just for his popularity, he signs a contract with a sponsor that he has to stay the night.
Yeah.
So
And if he
I love
hears
that call out that these YouTubers are slaves to their sponsors. Like that's
any scary thing, he has to deal with it. If not, he loses his sponsorship.
Yeah, he has to
That's
go
what it
seek it
is.
out. And I also love like throughout the movie, he'll swear even when he's in the worst
I'm
of
sorry,
like dire
Thunder.
straits, and he literally just like snapped his leg in half, and he says a bad word, and he says strike two,
Strike two. Let's do 3 strike rule, okay?
3 strike rule on cussing. Don't monetize me.
Demonetized, yeah.
demonetized out.
But the whole movie, I don't know. Like you can say they're making fun of the YouTubers, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
You guys
Well, he
think I
said
should
for
go? Not just the YouTubers, but the people that
Twitch,
watch this
too.
shit and they're
Yes.
like, go do this, go do that. Like a lot of the people, his audience is worse than anything.
Yeah.
He's sitting there almost dead, and they're like, go see what else is
Do
up.
you read the little comments as they pop up?
Some
Yeah,
of them.
some of them
were
like
golden.
come see my
should go-
shows.
You should go fucking kill yourself or things like that. It'll
Yeah,
say
Yeah.
sometimes.
Or my
favorite
dad thinks
comment-
you're stupid.
My favorite comment is the part he's like being chased. It's like the scary part of the movie, and the comments pop up, and someone goes, "What are you guys doing for dinner tonight?" I haven't decided. I saw that one scroll by, and I'm like, God, I feel that. Like,
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta fit that in. Matt,
I'm just happy to be here.
I know Brandon likes this movie. I know I really like this movie. You seem less enthused by it.
I liked it, but it wasn't.
I haven't seen you pinch your nipples and say you passed one time.
There we
I
go.
hated this main character, which was intentional on their part, but I hated him so much that like I fought back against.
That's what
liking
made
the
him
movie.
so likable, though,
Because
as
he
an
likes
actor.
those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna give it a second watch,
Do it.
but like I watched. I'm not gonna lie. I actually watched this one earlier today. I watched Bro Party Massacre earlier this week, but I've watched a lot of movies since then.
Last
I got
night
a
we
4K
watched,
Blu-ray
guys.
player in, so
All right,
It was
weird
not last
flex.
well, I'm happy. I got Doom Part 1 and 2, so I
Oh,
watched those.
even weirder flex, asshole.
Those movies are awesome.
Think you're better than me with
What do you
your,
mean you
aren't
got 'em?
better.
your Blu-ray, your Dune? You think you're better than me?
Plex,
Fuck you.
People drive me insane.
Fuck you.
It's not
Yeah, I
the same
tried your
quality.
Plex. I tried to watch this on your Plex, and it just kept loading.
Yeah, I think it was, I watched this on Shudder. I think.
It's on
I
Shudder.
get it on Amazon Prime because of AMC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've got Shudder through
We did
on
good.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I have AMC because of another movie we watched, and I subscribed to it about 2 months ago, and I haven't unsubscribed yet.
Well, good thing.
Heck yes.
Yeah, well, it worked out.
How
It all
fortuitous.
worked out in the end. I think you should give this a second watch back because I thought this one was great.
I'm going to.
Is.
I honestly think even if you take away the funny parts of it, it's genuinely a good story, and I thought it was kind of scary.
It kind of shows you how bad some of these movies are that are going to be scary or trying to be scary, and then they fail at it. Because this one
Yeah.
actually pulls it off while juggling the humor.
With a very small budget.
Yeah. But Sean, like we said, he's got his new sponsors. He's not eating ramen noodles with chopped up Vienna sausages anymore. He's got his sponsors back, and he's going to go to this house that he says is the scariest one that's not famous enough that I can't stay the night. And yeah, he gets
Yeah,
to-
so he parks his car. He takes out the spark
plugs.
Yeah,
Spark plugs, which
just
is some
throws 'em.
commitment.
Yeah.
Jesus, what a
Really
dumb
is.
choice. Anyways, even the next day, you
Throws
would have had
'em.
a horrible day.
Yeah. God
He
damn it.
comes into the house, like locks himself in there, throws the key away.
Shows the
Pretty
setup.
much. Yep.
He's putting
Which I thought
cameras
the
in
camera
hallways.
work in this. This is one of the most interesting things about this is the camera work in this. movie.
How he makes it work and shows what they do.
Yeah, like how he's got a axe on her head and he sticks the camera just to like keep an eye on her, and then he titles it Mildred's camera, and then like you can kind of follow her. It's kind of cool.
And it's but it also
Or
shows
the guy
how
with the spear.
the
I thought that one was awesome.
how YouTube creators are obsessed and like
They're
everything's got to
hyper
be filmed.
focused. Yeah, hyper focused on the wrong things.
I have a friend that's like that like creates content constantly for like Instagram and stuff.
Why?
And they're always like that.
I can't do
Like,
it.
oh, I got, hey, before we go, let me get a shot of this to post online. It's like, bro,
Do
we're
they
just
make
walking
money
in the
off of
restaurant,
it?
bro. No. Nope, just constant post.
I never I don't understand
I
it,
mean,
man.
like,
you take
I
from your
will
life
say, hanging
at
out
that
with them
point.
for a while, you just kind of get used to it. But
I can't.
sometimes you're like, come on, like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of what I'm eating, like that type of stuff.
I
It's
will.
like, come on.
I've done it on things I'm eating, but it's only when I'm at like some badass restaurant and something crazy.
Fancy.
Like
Yeah, no, this doesn't hit that level of quality.
I had
is
this.
More like,
There's a place called
Stays
Tandoori
of Fate down the
Pescado.
road.
Stop at Wall-Wing Garden and take a picture.
fucking
of it.
Look at these
on a
wings.
stick.
This was this. It was a duck curry, man, and it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life. I'm like, I
I
don't know if I
cried.
should eat this. That'll do.
I don't know.
But
I'm still pretty anti taking pictures of food unless I want to send it to someone and be like jealous.
See, that's just
what
me
I'm doing.
though.
But most of the food I eat doesn't really make anyone jealous. I don't eat sweets or anything like
and
that.
I'm
so-
saying this. I've sent you all pictures of food I cooked. So
Yeah.
yeah, what the fuck
But
were you
it's
supposed
different.
to say to that? Hey man,
it
good
is.
job.
When you're
Proud
like,
of you.
I'm proud that I made this
That
thing.
is different. That is.
You're not looking like you're not
actually.
looking
I
for
didn't buy a
affirmation from
thing
online
to then
strangers on
sell
a
you
mundane
on what I-
task.
Yeah,
like,
like-
look at this thing I bought.
Yeah,
I had
you
no
worked
hand in
on
it
this.
besides hand in my wallet. I
It's no different than like me sending pictures of my kids or something. I created this. I made this. I'm proud of it.
Yes.
Same thing with making a dinner.
have never understood.
Except you will then devour it.
people.
Grindel, Beowulf style, you know.
The whole idea of just recording everything is. I feel like
Exhausting.
you're never in that moment. Then, you know, like,
Yeah.
and then you can be
I
like,
would
well, you
agree.
record it and you can relive it. I'm like, but it's not the same as a memory.
That's not the
It's
same.
not.
You see that all the time in like sports moments and stuff, and like they'll have a shot of the crowd, and they all have their phone in front of them recording it. It's like it's really not the same. Like if you want to watch it through your phone, just fucking sit at home and watch it on
At
TV.
best, you're giving it 50%. 50%
Yeah.
on this camera, 50% to what's happening. Then you don't have that like memory of like, I remember what it smelt like and it felt like in the air.
I'm gonna-
It's more like I
Talking to
remember my
people next to
battery
me.
was low on my
Yeah.
Samsung.
Next time I watch a scary movie, I'm gonna record the scary parts and be like, "Oh shit, I'm watching it."
The worst videos are reaction videos. I hate when people
People
are
don't
like,
watch those, do they?
I like how this movie's just made us devolve into just attacking these creators. of
Don't try to
shit.
keep.
but
us
I mean,
on
it's
point.
kind of what they're trying to do. But I hate
No,
when it's like,
hate react.
watch
videos with
a
passion.
guitar teacher watch Joe Satriani play guitar. I'm like, has he not
drummer
watched him
hears-
yet?
This
Oh,
drummer
yeah, I
hears
have
Flea
seen
for the
videos like
first
that.
time.
Yeah,
Like,
guitarist hears Johnny Cash's "Hurt." I'm like,
Stevie Ray
has
Vaughan's
he really not
first-
listened to this?
And you're like, you tell me a blues guitarist has never listened to Stevie Ray Vaughan? I'm guessing he's not really good. Or is it Helen Keller? Is it? Because that's the only way it makes sense.
the
Helen
only
Keller's
time I've
fucking
ever
crazy. You
seen
ever think about that?
Huh?
Helen Keller. It's fucking crazy if you ever think about like her life.
Did you lean into the fucking mic and camera and be like, Helen Keller? Did you ever
Helen
think about
Keller. I mean,
it? Was a weird moment
Water.
right then. I felt like
I
you
know
were
Matt
sharing
was
a
in the middle of
secret.
saying so. I just sometimes think about Helen Keller and like her life. Like she didn't exist before she learns like sign language and braille and stuff. She was just like this fucking thing that like people would pick up and stuff. But she had no idea what was going on. There was just darkness. She
Sounds
had
like a
no
horror
idea
film.
like she had existence.
I mean, yeah, I guess when you think of it like that, I
She
mean,
couldn't
she
hear people.
existed, but it was
Not in her head though.
Not in a. Oh no, that's
not as
mean.
part of society. Very
Yeah.
isolated.
I mean,
existence.
it is. It's. But she prevailed. Haha. Happy ending.
A story of triumph.
Water.
0101010.
Yeah, she turned. I know kung fu now. What the fuck are you doing, Helen? No, what? So Deadstream, he set up the cameras, and throughout we get this one moment where he goes in the closet and he gets the hand that looks like it's from Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
painted on the piece of wood or cardboard or whatever. And he's like,
"I'm
"This is
fucking
evil. This
ruined."
is what's gonna get me." And then he breaks it.
Yep.
We can kind of hop through to some of this because it's a lot
I
of
mean,
camera
really,
setting
this
up.
movie, yeah, it's not overly complicated. He goes through
I
the
would
house.
like to mention one thing is he calls out, and I love this, the cameras, if they detect movement, will switch to it on the live feed.
Yeah.
So that just kind of sets up the expectation because he doesn't see it. He doesn't see when the camera switches.
No, I think that's almost a perfect setup, though.
Yeah.
Right? Because you only see those him seeing the camera switches when he actually checks them.
Yeah,
So
he
like
has to
you
go back,
only
so.
know as much as he knows.
I love when he's drinking whatever the drink is, and he goes,
Awakened Thunder.
he goes, "I'm only gonna have one of these. I'm not young like I used to be. I know. It says safe for consumption, but
He says he said it's
18
100%
anymore.
natural.
yeah, all natural ingredients."
But yeah, he sets up his stuff in the safe room because he said nothing ever bad has happened there. Like you said, he destroys that weird symbol he finds. And then he decides to do a seance because he has a little will. Because everyone, like his audience is like, you got to do something. You said you'd fucking do something. He's like, all right, I'll spin the will. He spins the wheel, yeah. And gets a seance. And then he hears a bunch of strange noises. He like freaks out a lot. You hear him scream a lot. He clearly is not made for haunted houses, but I don't blame him. This place is creepy as shit.
This
And
looks
part
more
of
like
it's
a
him
crack
hamming
den.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
What was that, Matt?
But part of it's also him hamming it up.
Oh
though,
yeah.
too,
There's
'cause
times he's trying
he's
to.
a Twitch streamer,
entice
right?
Yeah,
Like
he's
the
done
audience.
intentionally.
Ooh, did you see me
you
get
talk
scared?
loud, you scream.
Share.
Chat. Oh crap! Chat. Did you see that?
Yeah, but so he sees some things throughout at this point. Did we already mention the name of the ghost that apparently like it was a Mormon lady named Mildred who was killing these people and like collecting them? She was a poet, and he thought she was just trying to start a family.
I think all he knows is that she committed suicide, and then
Oh, yeah?
other people died here
Yeah.
over the years.
Early on, that's all he knows, and then we get
Gotcha.
more
Yeah.
backstory from
Well,
people watching, like the
spoilers, sorry,
grandma and
everyone.
shit. Oh, I mean,
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
when do we spoil
you're
shit?
fucked. That grandma was, oh, he's dead.
Oh shit! He did what? Yeah, that part was amazing.
So as he's doing this seance, he hears this huge, like, loud noise. He's terrified, and he shuts himself in the room, puts like a chair in front of it or whatever, and this fan shows up out of nowhere, Chrissy, and she actually said, "Hey, you gave away the location on accident by saying this." And before she finishes, he stops her so she doesn't give away the location. And
then he's like, "How did you get out of here? How'd you drive an hour out of the way?" And then
exactly, but he doesn't question her too much. He just thinks she's a crazy fan, and then he's like, "Well, you gotta go." All of his audience is not like, you gotta let her stay. So then
he gets a lot of viewers, is what happens.
Yeah,
and then he
records
holds
of
ton
himself.
of viewers. He has a poll, and it looks like almost 1 million people vote on it and say you gotta keep
You
her.
see the viewer count briefly. It's like 4 million. It's like 3.9 million or something.
And it
Yeah,
shows you how
Not that that's important, but that's a lot.
it shows you how these people are manipulated, man. They'll do
Yeah,
anything because we can say it's a job, but it's like it's a different. It's not a job because it controls your life and your personality. You become what the audience wants you to be. It's very, it's weird.
Yeah, you sell yourself to
But
it.
you can also
That's
tell he doesn't want Chrissy there because he doesn't want to share the spotlight with her.
But he's also like, sponsors, I want you to know that I tried to make her go. I didn't invite her. Okay, so it's not on me. All right, so you can't
tried,
take away
yeah.
my sponsors.
He also uses her. He's like, "Oh, we gotta go check out this room. Chrissy, you go check it out."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You can't make her do that." He's like, "I didn't make her do anything. Chrissy, would you like to go check out this room?"
Yeah.
What?
I was about to say, I swear there was something else, but I can't remember. This movie is actually pretty well paced.
It is.
It's kind of random, but I didn't feel this movie was too long.
No,
At
not
all.
at all.
Yeah.
I think at this point he keeps hearing people thumping around, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of one of the other things.
noises. He's
Shuffling
seen a couple
outside.
things on camera, but he hasn't seen it in like person. But on camera, catches it.
It's when they go
Including
downstairs.
guy
too.
in the corner. And yeah, this is when they decide to go downstairs, and then they find like
Chrissy finds that the trunk that has a bunch of stuff
in the
it.
basement. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he opens it.
He opens it, and it's like a poetry book, right?
Yeah, he
finds a
finds the book.
necklace
He
she
thinks it's a
takes.
journal.
Yeah.
Yep. And so then they're like, "Oh, spin the wheel, spin the wheel." So he spins it, and well, she spins it, and it lands in between EPB or whatever. Help me here. What the fuck is that stuff
It's
called?
Ouija board and
Spirit board and EK. I don't remember.
not EKG. I know what
He
you're
has the
trying to say. How
cassette
you
player.
communicate with ghosts. Yeah.
Help us, someone call in.
Oh my god, I cannot remember what it's called.
EVP.
EVP.
Yeah.
Electron.
I said that a moment
something.
ago, and you were like, no. So.
Well, you got to be louder.
Or
That's
was it
not
an
my fault.
EMF?
Usually I'm too loud in this shit.
Yep, agreed.
Oh, fuck
You're
you.
letting us shine. No, so she spins it, lands
Got 'em.
between, and she's like, "No, it's supposed to be like that. We have to do it." And then they kind of do it a little bit. They hear some noise, and then she's like, "Oh, you should say this out loud. It'll protect you." And then he's like, "No, I don't just say random shit I don't know."
I love
was like,
that
"Oh,
part.
that was actually kind of smart." And she's like, "Well, it just means like peace with everyone." And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll say it." So then he says it. And then they go upstairs, right? And all of a sudden, he kind of remembers. He's like, "Wait a second, Chrissy. I locked the door. Like, how did you get here? Were you here waiting on me? Are you some kind of freak? Like a stalker?" And he asks her to leave, and then she kind of smiles at him and then bites his fucking neck. And I gotta say, I was expecting her to be crazy, but I wasn't expecting her to be that
Yes.
crazy. Yeah.
So neck
And this
bite in.
movie could have diverted into just crazy stalker fan makes his night crazy and no paranormal, which could have been
Yeah.
good too. But I love how they do this in the end. And yeah, she had jumped
Agreed.
out and scared him once, and he's like, "Where do you go? How do you know this
How
place?"
do you know this place? She's like, I was just hiding behind the corner.
I do love
But
when
yeah,
Fine.
she like bites his fucking neck, and he grabs something and stabs her in the neck, and he thinks he kills her, and he runs to like his mainstreaming. He's like, someone call the cops. I just killed someone. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm going to turn myself in right now.
it was self-defense. I mean,
Yeah.
and he's right.
He was right.
Oh, yeah.
But then
It's
he
not
goes
proof,
back
too.
to look at her, and she's gone.
Dun, dun.
He's
And she
walking through
fucks
the
with him
hallway.
a
I
lot.
love-
It's pretty funny.
He doesn't.
What?
He's
No.
got the hallway and the camera in front of him to see if there's a ghost or
Yeah,
anything.
see it because the camera picks up what his eyes can't, and so
Yeah.
like he'll look and then he'll look down and he'll look down at the camera. It actually makes for a few good jump scares.
It does. It also leads to a really funny jump scare later, too.
I
We're
like
not
this.
quite there yet.
Yeah, this one is when
But-
she jumps on his head and like sleeper holds his ass.
And then
And
stabs, puts her finger through his nose and
Oh,
mouth,
God,
I think.
yeah.
Like,
And then he's gonna go through the
Miserable.
fucking crate to try and get the key.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
god!
all he finds is a key to that box, which he opens, and he finds like a picture which shows that Chrissy is Mildred, and he finds a severed finger. Right?
That's in his nose,
Yes,
isn't
and
it? Too.
No.
Oh no,
the
that's
fingernail.
okay.
She
in his
does keep
nose.
trying to stick her finger up his nose.
Oh,
It's fucking
Her
weird.
fingernail is in his
Yeah,
nose.
and it's
Yeah,
bleeding, and
he
he's
pulls
like,
it out.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, it's like an obsession she has with sticking her finger up his nose. Though.
She's found it the most effective psychological torture.
Oh, I'm sure it is. But he does find that severed finger in the box, and then he finds a picture showing that Chrissy is actually the haunted ghost of the house. Surprise.
that door frame stick.
Yep. This is when we start interacting a little bit more with the users because they start showing videos, and one of the users is like, hey, that thing that you destroyed, it's like a little 12-year-old kid. It's actually a Hamza, and it was meant to protect you against evil. And then someone else is like, you know that Latin phrase that Mildred had you use? It actually binds your soul to her.
On the 12-year-old, there's a part
Yeah.
when he's like, what does this guy know? He's like 12.
Yeah.
And the kid goes, anyways, on Wikipedia, it says. But then bind his soul
Yeah, he's
to
got
her,
very
I can't remember the exact
knowledgeable
wording.
viewers, right?
Well, he has like
Well,
4
when
or
you
5
have like
million people at
millions
this
of people, they can
Yeah.
look shit up pretty easily. So he keeps trying to get out, and these ghosts are scaring the shit out of him. I will say, one of the best jump scares in this is when he takes the rope and puts it on the bed, and he's getting ready to jump out with the rope, and this fucking little thing just like crawls under the sheets, and it sounds like a kid, and then it just like shoots out, and I won't say it scared me, but it made me jump a little bit.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then he ran the fuck out of there.
Wait, was that when he's in the closet, like not apologizing? He's
Why'd
like, the
you
only
post
thing I
your
regret
apology
is my
vid,
apology.
bro?
Well, that's when he runs into the closet and he starts
Yes.
fucking saying, I'm not a role model, and like
I never said other role model. I'm not apologizing. The only thing I regret is apologizing, and that little head pops out.
oh, yeah,
It
'cause
bites
she says Sean, and he's like, where is it?
are you?
He looks down and just like right at his thighs. It just bites his. And that's when
It's
he
one of the
like,
better parts of the movie.
he like kicks her off, and he's like, fuck this, I'm getting out of here.
Jumps.
And he just jumps out, and like his leg, it seems like his leg snaps, but eventually he's able to walk again
Duct
for a
tape
little
it.
bit. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
duct tape it.
Tells you.
He does.
And this leads to
Clean it.
one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, with the sheriff?
Yes. Because the sheriff is creepy. He's just some old dude looking like a beat up Sam Elliott. And he's like,
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
it looks
I've been
like,
watching your videos.
son,
He talks like Hulk Hogan.
brother.
Hey, brother. Where'd you get those American? He kicks him in the nuts. He kicks the sheriff in the nuts. That's right. And then he bashes him on the head.
Then he goes and hides in his car.
Where are those?
Yeah, because he tried to find the spark plugs. He found one, and then like a creepy ass thing like pops up out of nowhere. There are some creepy ghosts for $1 million in this one.
do well. And I
Yeah.
think it's because you only get mainly flashes of it, and it's cut with the humor. It works so well. But yeah, the sheriff coming up, he sets up in the car and does like a some MacGyver ass camera where he's got it on the fucking like some piece of metal or a stick or something so he can hang it out and see
He
what's
calls
outside.
it the meat cam because it's on the beef jerky.
That's right, yeah. And you just see the sheriff.
I was about to say, this leads to my in my opinion, the best part of the movie. Because so he gets a message from one of the fans, and it's an old lady. And she's like, I was a nanny there when I was 15, which is whatever. And she's like, I'm the one that put up
That Hamza.
the Hamza symbol. If you go get it, it'll save you. And her son in the background goes, oh no, he destroyed that. Oh, he's fucked.
And then she starts trying to tell him how to recreate it and all that. And he's like, hurry up. He puts it on 1.5.
1.5 speed, and he keeps switching between her
Faster and get all
and,
day, old
and the
lady.
meat stick because it's the sheriff is walking to him and he's like, okay, I got time. Goes back to her. And she's like, but
faster.
you have to remember.
Where's the potato gun?
Just that was one of the better scenes.
It was. Eventually, he never finishes that video, but the sheriff does get to him. He loads up the potato gun and shoots him right through the middle. It goes right through him. And the sheriff's like starts falling. He's like, no, please, no. He's able to like kind of push him off of him.
It's a great role.
But then he gets back in the car and he starts to realize that she is just like him. She's a content creator and she just wants people, viewers.
Yeah, for her poetry.
So he like, what can I take from her? I can take her viewers. So he finds that spell that binds the souls or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Her
he's
spell,
going to
yeah.
take her people to him, which I think was really short-sighted, but also it's a cool
works
idea.
for this because
Yeah,
he's that
it
guy.
does. Yeah, that's him.
And
He's
he got
getting-
viewers.
Yep,
I thought it was a good plan.
it was. But that, so he decides to go back in because he figures out how to do the spell and all that. He like, what does he use to knock down the door?
Oh. Okay, I remember. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he arms himself and then he kind of fights his way back to the safe room.
I do love how he figures out the spell as he takes like a picture of it. He's like, chat, figure this out
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me. I can't read Latin.
Yeah. it was smart. So as he's walking through, he gets a spear, and then he calls that the spear cam because he puts it on it so he can see the corner guy, and he sees him on the camera and he pokes him. He's like, "Got you, motherfucker!" And the next thing you know, the spear's been turned around and the camera's on him. I'm like, no.
And he uses
Don't ask
just
me how, but he got the spear.
there's a giant log to break down the door is what it is.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I love Spirit.
But no, he gets stabbed for that, gets his ass beat, and then this is where he gets a little scared because he is pretty bad hurt. He's bleeding from the spear stabbing and all that, and then he starts apologizing. And I thought this part was really good.
Yeah, because he actually seems like he means it for once. Like
Yeah,
a
he's
totally
like, I'm
different
sorry
person.
about my videos. They were super insensitive, and I'm sorry, like it was racist. It was. I'm sorry
I
about
think they
my
cover
bad
everything.
apology. Yeah, like he does it.
We don't know what his video was, but apparently he hit all the major points. So, someone died.
Well, we kind of do. He fought a homeless man. He paid him to fight him, and he didn't know he was sick at the time.
Yeah.
oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
that's
that he
right.
died, but he definitely got really bad and was in the hospital.
Doesn't
But
he-
Sean is apologizing, and then he starts screaming and says, "Come get me, Mildred." What were you gonna say, Brennan?
What does he put in the needles? Is it holy water that his mom packed for him?
Yeah. He tries garlic on some of them, and garlic doesn't work.
I love him in the bathtub too when his eyes get all milked over.
That scene is creepy as hell.
yeah. That
Yeah,
could-
so he starts fighting with Mildred, and then eventually she wins one of the fights, and he wakes up and it's just darkness, and he's in the bathtub with this standing water, and
Yeah.
like his eyes are just like glazed over, and he pulls an eye from the bathtub and eats it.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that, but then like some little ghost thing tries to kill him in there. He kind of wakes up from that trance that he was in.
Hits it with the syringe.
Yeah.
Blows
Said,
up.
Garlic may not work, but one thing I learned from the movies is holy water always does. And then that thing explodes, and it's disgusting.
Hey, this is because it looks like once it explodes on his face, it looks like is it Papa John's garlic sauce? They're dipping garlic
Yeah,
sauce. Is what
It kind of
looks
does,
like.
yeah.
This is when he has the next fight with Mildred.
Yeah, and he tries to do the satanic ritual. It doesn't take. She comes at him. He sticks a
axe.
hatchet in her head, and then he sticks the camera on it and calls it the Mildred Dam. So you could just see like when she's coming for him and everything.
Oh, shit. I love the idea that a spirit or a ghost or a demon, whatever, they can't just materialize in and out. It's stuck with the camera.
It's stuck there. I love that he takes the time to actually name it too.
Yeah,
He's
well,
like,
that's
just in
Mildred's
case.
camera.
Yeah, just this way the
Mildred.
viewers know.
In case there's a second Mildred, Mildred 1.
Even when he's fighting her, when she's got the camera on, I love seeing from her angle him beat the shit out of her.
Or her beating the shit out of him, because that's a lot.
He ducks
does
takes
end
her
up-
down.
Like the incantation he does doesn't work, so he starts crawling away because she starts beating the shit out of him. He rolls down the stairs and he's like trying to get away, and then he finds that severed finger and he's like, "Oh, I have to have some kind of sacrifice of flesh." So he cuts off his hand or his
God,
finger.
yeah, his finger.
Yeah. Oh. Completes the ritual, and then Mildred gets dragged into like the basement by some unforeseen force. So pretty much everything that once belonged to her belongs to him now. And all the viewers are like, "You did it! You did it! You did it! Great job!" And that's when all the ghosts come back and they start coming for him. And if you see like some of the comments from like his viewers, like, "Oh, you're fucked now. Oh, they got you. It's over now.
It's over,
like,
buddy."
You guys are fucked up." This is because like he's sitting there bragging. He's like, "I told you I deliver the best cinematic experience on YouTube or whatever it is." And then the
LOL,
ghosts
this is
grab
great.
him, and it cuts out.
I like to imagine he survived. He just has a whole new audience now.
Yeah.
I think
The
that's kind of
Beetlejuice
the point,
audience.
right? Come on.
He just puts cameras on them and watches their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
I would dig that. I'd watch
I know
it.
we got through that one kind of quick, but I think that's how the movie is.
I
It's
know.
smooth.
It's pretty quick.
And
Like,
it's one you got to experience anyways. Like both of these movies are hard to talk about, so I did kind of fuck up with the choices here. But they are ones that I wanted people to watch. So anybody who listens, I hope you go and watch it.
Yeah, I would highly recommend this one at least.
Oh yeah,
Although Matt didn't like it that much.
Deadstream's easy to
I'll
recommend.
go back and watch it.
Do it.
Who?
I think you'll like it more. And also do Dude Bro Party Massacre, just because once you've seen it and you can actually, there's parts you know to say fuck it to, but other parts you're like, eh.
So my
I
problem
mean, I
with
like
watching
Dude
that
Bro, it's
movie
just-
a lot,
Mhm.
it's just so long.
It is. That's why I'm like, fast forward through the bullshit.
It does take forever.
I'm telling you, you can.
What is bullshit and what is not bullshit?
I mean,
Yeah,
you've
who can
watched it
decide
once.
that,
You
really?
should have an idea.
Okay, fair
Not
enough.
I.
You know what?
Not I.
I'll go in and do the Star Wars edit on it, man. I'll take not Boba Fett out. I'll take Jar Jar Binks out.
That's fine.
The one pace at it.
No, I thought this movie was good though. It captured that YouTube feeling of chasing viewers, content creating, while also being scary and funny.
Yeah. I'd say scare factor probably like out of a 10, maybe a 3. So, maybe 4.
3 overall. There were scenes
Yeah.
that were like 6 or 7, I
Yeah.
think. Well,
And it
Yeah.
does it different,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
high. I don't know.
that's
it's tough.
high.
It's
Let's
just-
say a high is a 5.
It does it in a way, though, that's not like, I don't know. For a comedy one, they do a good job.
Yeah.
And even
It
the
doesn't
special
try to
effects
be
and
something that's
costumes, really nice.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, the monster designs were fantastic.
I know, and
Yes.
you could tell they were shitty and
Like-
cheap at times, but most of the time it matched what
It
they were
worked,
doing.
yeah.
It looked like YouTube content, horror creators shit, you know?
Honestly,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just happy it wasn't just a bunch of CGI stuff.
I
honestly.
know. Perfect.
Like-
Because of that.
CGI is so bad in horror. Well,
Yeah.
over
The lighting
use
never
the CGI.
works, man.
It doesn't make sense. I would always go practical effects over
If
CGI.
you can, yeah.
Yep. For horror, yeah.
I don't know. I like this movie. It's one that I plan on watching quite a bit more.
So Deadstream over Dude Bro, if we're comparing the two?
For
me-
comparing?
Yeah.
Like, which one is better or which one does it better? Okay, comedy.
I don't know. They're different kinds of comedy. Which did you enjoy more? How about that?
Which one does horror better? This one.
My God, that's tough.
Deadstream for sure.
Which one does comedy better? I don't know.
But
I think
Deadstream,
some of the jokes in Dude Bro were just amazing.
that's the thing. Deadstream
Like,
does
some of the
it
jokes
within
were-
the context of a movie better. Dude Bro, it's like a sketch comedy show that gets stretched out. And there
Yeah,
are
it's
some
like if
hilarious
Whitest Kids
fucking
You Know
jokes.
got to make
Yeah. Their own.
a movie.
Well, they did. The one guy, Zach, made Barbarian.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, that's Zach's. He directed that. It was really good,
I don't
right?
feel like this film.
And Trevor died right before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
My ass. He's hammering me. With my ass.
I'm gonna grape you. I'm gonna tie your kids to the.
God.
I'm going to grape you in front of them.
God, I love that.
No, I think we're missing something.
I
there.
still.
Sounds a lot like rape.
I love their.
What?
What?
No.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Great.
Nail gun's my favorite
Such-
joke by them.
Lord of the
Have you
Rings
been
one.
messing with the Necronomicon? No.
Nah, I love that. What's up with you, brother?
What's he from hell?
I don't.
Lord
I
of
always
the
really
Rings,
like
though.
the Santa stuck in the chimney for some reason.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one's just so weird.
Some of it.
Oh no! You better come get
Actually,
me.
there's two. The Lord of the Rings one where he goes, "What the fuck, Gandalf? Why don't you use your fucking eagle friends to go fly the ring over Mount Doom and toss it?" And he goes, "I still have nightmares every night." And then Gandalf finally gives pushback and he tries to be like, "I am the master," and he goes, No, he's using this wire over here. I got a lead pipe here says this old fuck ain't magic. My favorite fucking line. But there's another one where Sam is at is the boss and he's talking to Zach and he goes, "Hey Zach, guess what I did last night?" And he goes, "Here, I'm gonna draw it. You start guessing." And he goes, "The fuck are we drawing?" And he draws a house, and then he draws a stick man outside with a camera, and then he draws Zach on top of his wife having sex. And I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Oh.
Or the one where they're eating the spinach and the dad's like, "Is this just me or does this spinach taste like pussy?"
Oh yeah.
And they get like two people to play along, and the kid tries it, and he's like, "No, that doesn't taste like pussy."
I
Like, "No, I knew you had sex."
There's one I think of every now and then because it reminds me of people I've worked with. When he's like running through a park and he meets like an old high school friend, like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh, I've got a job, wife, kid, and I do about a gallon of mess."
CP. It's PCP.
PCP, that's what it is. A whole gallon of it?
All right,
All right, we good, guys?
Yeah, that ends this podcast. Great job, everyone. We cut short on time because we crushed this one. Pick better movies next time, Brendan. But
We'll figure it out.
yeah, do it again, same time next week.
All right, have a good one, viewers.
See ya.
See ya.